This game taught me about addiction, not by force, but by quietly training my spending habits. I didn't lose control in a gacha game. I followed the design exactly as intended. Over 5 months, I spent just over £2,000. What followed didn't stop with the game. Before I go on, I want to be clear, this video discusses gambling behaviour and spending. If that's something you're struggling with right now, look after yourself. Maybe it's not the right time to watch this. Or maybe you think, I'm curious, let me explore it. You've probably seen the adverts. They bombard your feed more than politicians' names appear in the Epstein files. They show glamorous, unique game footage, yet when you download the game, it's effectively a carbon copy of the rest of the gacha genre. That's how I ended up playing King Shop, and later Top Heroes. Different themes, different graphics, same underlying system. At first it felt harmless, a bit of progress here, a small reward there. The game didn't rely on big wins, it relied on constant ones. Progress came in tiny, frequent bursts. New buttons, timers, offers that appeared just as something ran out. A drip feed of dopamine. Drip, drip, drip. Always pulling you back in. What started as a relaxing time sink became something completely different. I wasn't playing because it was fun anymore. I was playing to keep up, to justify time already spent, to avoid the feeling that I'd wasted something. This video isn't about blaming myself or telling people to just have more willpower. It's about breaking down how these systems work, because once you see the design clearly, it stops feeling accidental. My timeline. It started in May. I was scheduled for eye surgery and knew I'd be off work, bored and scrolling far more than usual. So when one of the many exciting looking yet completely falsified adverts for King Shop popped up while I was doom scrolling, I gave it a go. Ugh, big mistake. When you initially download these games, they're captivating. The colours, the sound, all of it is just so well designed and so engrossing. The usual thing happened. Rapid early progression to hook you in. Dopamine hits, drip, drip, drip. Then always, it slows down. You hit a wall and you get two choices put before you. You walk away and you realise, nah, this is a waste of time. Or you start spending. So what does a man with a disposable income do at this point? He obviously walks away. I wish. Instead, I started spending. Because the game never asks you for £100 first. It starts small. Only $2.99 for a permanent extra builder. The inner bargain hunter in me was delighted. The pack claimed to be worth 9,000% of its price. What I didn't realise at the time was that this wasn't generosity. It was a carefully engineered gambling strategy. Breadcrumbs, designed to train spending behaviour. I bought more packs. Discounted ones. Time limited ones. Each time feeling like I'd beaten the system. Wow, look how great these offers are. That's when the second major mechanism kicked in. Community. You join a clan, normal people, friendly people, really supportive. It became an escape from reality. Then the challenges appear. Your clan is second on the leaderboard. You're so close to first. One more pack would do it. Obviously you want to help, right? Just like that, I was caught between two systems working together. The illusion of value and the pressure of loyalty. I'm usually a tight bugger, yet within weeks I was buying £99 packs without hesitation. Money stopped feeling real. That realisation came with guilt, especially because I consider myself fairly intelligent. But this isn't about intelligence or weakness. We respond exactly as the game has been engineered for us to respond. So I started to do my own research, and that's when I stumbled upon that gacha design overlapped significantly with casino engineering. It helped relieve some of that guilt I'd been experiencing. The behaviour wasn't random, it was predicted. So what do the clever engineers do to exploit people like you and me? Well, behind the colourful characters and limited time events is a carefully engineered system designed to influence behaviour. Almost every mechanic serves a purpose, so let's go over a few. I've covered a couple of these, but let's just explain each one in a section. First, there's variable reward schedules. This is the same principle used in slot machines. You never know when the next rare character will appear, so every pull might be the one. The unpredictability keeps you engaged far longer than fixed rewards ever would. Then there's scarcity and urgency. Limited banners, countdown timers, and exclusive characters create the feeling that if you don't act now, you'll miss out forever. Even if the character eventually returns, the pressure in that moment is very real. Next comes progression investment. After spending time building a roster, upgrading characters and completing events, the game subtly encourages you to protect that investment. Walking away starts to feel like losing progress. And let's not forget that basic instinct of social comparison. Leaderboards, Guild rankings and shared pools make players constantly aware of what others have. Seeing someone else obtain a rare character can turn a casual player into someone chasing the same outcome. But perhaps the most powerful tool is sunk cost. Once money has already been spent, the mind starts justifying further spending. The logic becomes, I've already invested this much, stopping now would waste it. Yeah, as you've probably figured by now, none of these mechanics are accidental. They're products of behavioural research, refined through years of testing and player data. By this point, some of you might be thinking, oh, this doesn't apply to me. That's the crucial part. These games aren't designed to exploit everyone. They're designed to exploit specific players. You might know them as whales. Whales are often just 5 to 10% of the population of a server, yet they account for up to 90% of the overall spending. And contrary to popular belief, many aren't wealthy. Data suggests a significant proportion are vulnerable to financial harm. And you know those casual players? You think you might be getting a free experience, but you are effectively market research from the developers and also cannon fodder so the whales can feel bigger and that their money is well spent. And that's what inspired me to make this video, because intentionally designing systems to exploit human weaknesses isn't clever. It's morally bankrupt. What finally pushed me personally to quit wasn't just the money, it was the constant checking, the compulsive scrolling, the way my attention disappeared. I remember standing in a park watching another dad glued to his phone while his child asked him to push him on the swings, and realizing I'd become exactly like that. Ultimately, we're all individuals and we all control our own lives, so it's up to you what you choose to do. As long as everyone is aware that these games are designed by clever psychologists from top universities with the intent of exploiting you subtly and subconsciously. With that in mind, I hope the video has offered a bit of insight, and if it resonated with you, I'm glad you watched it, and I hope it was of some help. If not, and you thought this guy's a pillock, that's also cool as well. I don't normally make videos. Having said that, I would like to make one more video showing some of the dramas these games can introduce, and I saw a lot of them. I saw potential love affairs, exploitation, divorces, yeah, the list goes on. There's some wacky people out there. Right, from me, peace.